Welcome to the show both feared and revered by man and beast, the heliosblog. Today, Kevin Samuels asks women, is it time to give up? Should be interesting.
The reason she's alone is because she's difficult.
Women are not accepting the bare minimum.
Women fuck men they respect.
All the women who say things like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need no man, like, y'all impress me.
Women just gaslight each other and say what they want to hear.
And she's successful in her professional life, but she fucking sucks in her personal life. And she's leeching off of the family. And they love her, but they get tired of her. And the husbands don't like her because there's a reason she's single. There's a reason, ooh, like your cousin. But it's like, hey girl, if you want to go somewhere, you got to go with your married friends, your married family.
Yeah, but she gets to travel though.
And that's cool. We don't have balance in the Black community. Black women in particular are over-committed to these jobs. Black women.
Yeah, the girl on the left didn't like that. Sorry, the girl on the right. She didn't like hearing that very much. But it's true. It's career over everything, right? And you know, being strong and independent, even though strong and independent doesn't get you, you know, what it is that you actually want.
Women have overcommitted to these jobs and these so-called finances. And the most important thing, family.
Right.
We don't have it to where now women are parasiting other people's families.
What if you don't have family at all?
You make one.
What if you don't have family at all?
You make one.
Yeah, I do.
If you don't have family, you don't have family at all. You get married, you make one.
Yeah, you get married before you carry, by the way.
That's the one thing we can do. We can get married and keep making them. See, it's easier to get money. It's easier to get money than family.
Yeah.
Right. It's easier to get money than a stable family, than a solid family, than a good family structure.
That's what the Hispanics are coming into this country. They have replaced us as a minority because they came over here and they stuck to the family. That's why the Black side of town is not the Hispanic side of town, because we got so many of our women who are so worried about this goddamn job and travel and all this other shit. You traveling by yourself.
Not me, though. That's
Not me.
Yeah, exactly. I'm the exception to the rule. I'm the special, different person that doesn't follow the general trend.
completely
Not
true.
me.
I'm traveling.
Ma'am, due respect, if it's not you, eat the meat spell.
Not me.
It's too long and I see too much.
All right, so you're saying generally speaking. Gotcha.
Yeah, what's your okay? I asked you, do you want to be married? And we come back. Why were you here? As I asked you, do you want to be married? You said maybe, and then you gave
Indeed. That describes 2023 perfectly.
me some think about the right man.
Yeah, the right man has to convince me to stop being a strong, independent, single girl, and you know, has to make it so that I don't have to work anymore.
I mean, that's my opinion, right? Everybody has an opinion.
Well, it's the right man, but then I say, what did your mama tell you? And your mama told you that's not how it works.
That's not what my mom taught me. My mom taught me, my parents, not just my mom and dad raised me to be independent and to
Indeed.
Right.
be who I am
You have any
with or
siblings?
without something.
You have any siblings?
That's how
Siblings?
I do.
Siblings?
So that means you weren't raised by your parents. You were raised by woke womanist religion.
Siblings?
Siblings.
Siblings?
3.
Are they married or single?
Married.
So you're the exception.
Except for
Are you
one.
the first in the birth order?
Except for one.
No, I'm in the middle.
Well,
50%. Also, her tone is very disrespectful. She's very rude.
you're the rebel. And this is one of the part of the problem. So many of our women
The rebel.
rebelled. This is why they're resorting to Sierra's prayer. Because when you rebel from the family, you gotta pray for manifestation in divinity because you're living out of alignment.
Boom.
So I can come at it either way. You can have everything. How come your non-black
Boom.
counterparts can have everything that you have plus family?
Exactly. Exactly right. How come they can have it all plus family? Because they don't have the disrespectful attitude and the disdainful behavior.
I don't know.
Yeah, look at her expression. She doesn't know, but she has that she literally looks like the Grinch. Only cares about herself. Narcissist. That's what it is. I don't care about anyone but myself. And then you're surprised. Why are you a disaster?
A good
Well,
question.
it ain't the problem with the money or the job, then is it? It's a problem with the woman.
Indeed.
That's what it comes down to. It's not my opinion. It's not okay. If it's, then what other reason?
I don't know. That's a good question.
No, the answer is the problem is the woman, because it's not the education, it's not the money. The next lowest married group of women is 54% white women. So it's not education. Y'all have less degrees than white women. Women have, look, this channel is about the facts. And my point is, you can have everything you have, but my question is, you said the right man.
Well, again, apparently what happened is social benefits, like basically incentivized girls to drop the family unit and just take government payouts, which is stupid, by the way, because it's a short-term benefit for long-term destruction. But anyway, and then we get like the single mommy government benefits package thing, as opposed to traditional conservative women like they used to be in the 1960s. It was around then that the social benefits started, like the late 60s, I believe.
And that, to most men, is a cop-out. To most men, that's a cop-out. Because if I put you in a room with 100 right men...
She wouldn't choose any of them. Or she would, and then she'd treat him disrespectfully, and the guy would walk away. Actually, it's really funny. I've seen some of these modern dating shows, like Love is Blind type shows. And what's funny is that the girl gets basically a perfect guy and still says no, like a lot of the time, which is insane. Like, and not only that, she's like at the drying up eggs phase of her life. Like, she's like 35, gets literally a perfect man, or, as close to perfect as you can get it at that age. And then still disdains and treats him like garbage. And the guy doesn't marry her. Imagine that. I've seen that happen even, where she's so disrespectful, such a mess, that the guy doesn't even want to put up with her.
They pick you to be their wife.
Mm-hmm.
I want you guys to think.
Would they? That's the question. Would they?
Yeah.
I guess she'll make him the right one.
Are you a wife?
If you're not, again, dating and relationship is the interview for marriage. If you fail the interview, you're not going to get the job. A lot of these girls, they fail not only from the interview, they fail when they walk in the door. They treat the secretary disrespectful before they even see the boss.
I don't know.
That's a question they never ask. Are they wives?
I mean, am I a wife? No, I'm not a wife right now.
Indeed. And because you're not a wife, you're not getting married.
Are you
saying wife ready? Are you wife ready?
The question they never ask. They never ask.
A partner? If you got married, would you want a partner or would you?
The question they never ask. They're always talking about trying to find the right man and where all the good men are. They never ask, if I put you in the room with the right man, would he pick you?
Right. Are you ready to be a wife? Are you respectful? Are you submissive? Are you loyal? Are you fit? Are you feminine? Do you actually work towards the relationship and the betterment of both of you? Do you care about him? Do you do any of those things? Or are you strong, independent, don't need no man, partner, career girl?
Are you a wife? Are you wife ready? But you ask them, they'll go get ready to get that goddamn job. Indeed. They'll get ready to go to college. They'll get ready to do anything that's associated with institutions. Listen to what I'm about to say, in particular to black people. Black women, you will do anything that gets you closer to institutions, corporations, education. But the one institution you have turned your back on is the primary institution, that of family.
Yeah.
You're fit to be an employee. You're fit to guard revenue at companies.
Again, like, if you're able to be respectful and submissive to your boss because you're worried you'll lose your job, why can't you be submissive and respectful to your man because you're worried to lose your relationship, which is arguably even more important than your job? Like, this is what gets me. It's nuts. Like, they just got it all backwards, right? Why do you need to be a man competing with men on the market? All you do is make men's life harder and your own life harder too.
You're fit to manage and make sure that other people get rich.
Right.
But other women know that
So they're a useful idiot for corporations, basically, right? But what do they get? They get nothing. They get scraps compared to what the company gets, and no relationship, no career, no children of their own. So what? Are they winning? No, they're losing hard.
The best way to make sure they live a quality life and have a life worth living is to stick with their men. And you got women talking about, I don't travel alone, I don't do this. And everybody knows, ma'am, you travel without a man, without a husband, and you damn sure ain't traveling with your kids. And you may love your nieces, your nephews, and everybody else, but you are still not doing your part. Is it time for women to give up on being independent and single? Ladies, you were put on this planet for a purpose, and it was to be fruitful and multiply. Your part as a woman is to produce 3 kids with one man, your husband. Are you doing your part? 3 children. Is that your part? Your part. Have you produced your husband 3 children? Have you produced children for your father and your grandfather and your grandfather's father? Have you done your part for the family line? Have you done your part? Or are you just out here living your best life for you? Have you done your part for the family? Because if you haven't done your part for the family, what does the community have to say? The community can't say shit if you ain't done your part for your family. And the neighborhood can't say nothing if you ain't done nothing for your part of the community. And the city can't do nothing if you see how that goes? If you're not going to do your part for your family, then what about the neighborhood, the community, the city, the state, the country?
Right. Exactly. Living your single best independent life. That's not the way to go. Again, it's bad for you, but it's bad for everyone in the community as well.
Modern women are so damn selfish, but then you're taking from men via wealth whoa, gentlemen. And they believe this crap. Is it time to give up on equality? Is it time to go back to the original rules?
The answer to that question is obvious.
I think I'd want both, a partner and a husband.
You can't make this shit up. That's why that's college. What feminism did to the black community, the slave masters couldn't do.
Indeed. Yeah, but not only the black community, right? Like, just look at girls in the West. Like, a girl born in the West today. The average girl born in the West today acts like God's gift from heaven, right? You would be lucky to have her, but she doesn't care about you. She cares about her job. Like, it's nuts.
Don't say that.
I don't have to say it. History does. The slave masters, chattel slavery couldn't break the black family like feminism and college degrees did.
Indeed.
You want partners, but where do you get 2 CEOs or 2 presidents? Where do you get that don't happen nowhere in life. There's one leader. You're a valued counsel, but you were second. The funny thing is, women were popping the same shit in the Ukraine, and the war broke out. Then all of a sudden, where are all the women who wanted to be partners?
They left. They left the country. That's what happened. They left the country when that happened. Left, gone. Those strong, independent women.
Their fucking ass out of that country, didn't they? Left the men to fight.
Yep.
It's true.
And the problem is, y'all are on the front line fighting. Because you're strong and can travel and this and that, and y'all are unprotected. And you're always complaining, you're so unprotected. You're unprotected because you cannot work under us. You don't trust us to lead you.
Or defend you, or protect you. The traditional roles of men.
But you'll go spend your money in that institution to get that degree. You'll go spend money over here. You'll trust the job, but you don't trust the one thing that's always been your protection, your man. Yeah. Every other race of women, when the chips are down, lines up with their man. Black women, you get away from. And until we start having these conversations about the right man, the right man is the one that looks like you with a nose as big as yours, the one that tells you to sit your ass down. We ain't partners.
Right. Exactly. Men and women are not partners. Woman is trusted counsel, but is not the leader, doesn't make the ultimate decision, the final decision. And that's just how it goes, right? That's how it has to go. That's how it's gone for thousands of years. Why? Because it has worked. Anyway, let's continue.
You belong to me. The kids belong to you. I belong to God. We report up. Get in line or get the fuck out. Every other race of women seems to understand that. Go ahead.
So are you saying
Is it time to give up on independence, ladies?
Yeah, when you're 14 years old.
Because independence has made you selfish. Independence has made you all worried solely about yourself. Is it time? You ladies, in my lifetime, you have had womankind has had 50 plus years of independence. In the 60s, they had free love. You've had a good run, but now is it time to give it up? Smokers quit smoking, drinkers quit drinking. Is it time to give up?
Yeah, to give up on the bad habits, the thing that's ruining your long-term relationships. And not just relationships, but your long-term outcomes. And not just for yourselves, but for your community in general.
Because if you are like these women over 30,
again, I don't think this is solely like when I'm saying your community. I don't mean like the black community. I think this is happening in every community. Like in the Western world, maybe it's worst in the black community. I don't know, but certainly it's bad in other communities too. With girls being strong, independent, don't need no man, like messes, right? And all it leads to is misery down the line. Doesn't do anything else.
35, with this mindset, men are they're not going to marry you. No quality, thorough man will marry you.
Indeed.
Of any race. And hear me well. If you're a quality, thorough man, it is your responsibility to yourself to marry a woman who has an exceptional mindset and leads with her femininity.
Right.
Femininity is non-negotiable.
Right.
I am going to start putting examples of feminine women, and I'm going to put an example of women who started out bad and have transferred themselves and upgraded themselves to feminine women. Here's the thing. We didn't get to be born this way, but we are human. We can choose to change. Yes, as long as you haven't made certain mistakes, ladies, you can still win. And even if you made some mistakes, it's just going to be harder. But you must prioritize as a woman mindset, femininity,
right,
and men. Not this bullshit this woman was talking about, but I don't blame her.
Yeah, it's hilarious. Like the idea of I want a partner and Like, no. Life does not work like that. You get one choice. You can have an equal partnership that leads to cancerous, terrible outcomes, or you can do your job and be good. Up to you. Bad or good. You can choose to be a smoker and die of lung cancer, or, you know, have a, let's say, a 60% chance of dying of lung cancer. Or, same idea, you could choose to be a strong, independent woman, 60 to 80% chance of dying single or alone with cats, or do what you're supposed to be doing. Up to you.
Because this is what's been pumped to her. Is it time to give this up, ladies? And if not, if it's not time to give this up, then what do you want the men to do? What do you want the thorough men to do? Because I want the thorough men to find the first thorough feminine woman and marry her. So she can go ahead and be his support system, so they can both go live a life together, and she can stay by his side until his deathbed.
Indeed.
I'm for going back to the rules of no. For
that's like, you know, basically before womanism. That's how it was in every culture. Nowadays, every culture except for the West follows the same pattern, the same system.
For abolishing no-fault divorce.
Indeed.
Scrapping the family court to where.
Amen.
We go back to the pre-1945 rules to where if women want to leave, they leave with what they came with.
Right.
See, let's get into it, ladies. The chat room is open. The chat room is open because I want to know why you women today are resorting to seek prayer and manifestation.
Rather than learning femininity and learning what you're supposed to be doing and doing that.
Why are you resorting to fail Mary?
Fail Mary. Hilarious.
Who put that up there? Fail Mary. Who put that up there? Fail Mary. First 30 minutes, women. The remaining 15 to 20 minutes, men. Ladies, up to you. The link is in the chat room. Fail Mary. I am this close to telling my brothers, well, you know, let's go ahead and tell them, brothers, pick a feminine woman who has a mindset. Worry about her mindset, her femininity, and her outlook. Then pick her race.
Indeed. Indeed.
Race should come third, fourth, or fifth. Because too many women today, especially our women, are saying that, look.
Yeah, I'm strong and independent. I don't need you. I'm just going to treat you like garbage and whatever. You know, like, you take what you get.
You'll pick me because you pick race first. No. Because you can't get, if you're a thorough man and you want 3 children, you have to have a woman who wants to be your wife first. And she can't be the kind of woman that we talked to the other day who was ready to get rid of her, to wreck her own home and take the kids apart. No, you got to come first. And you can't train and teach this woman how to be there for you. She has to already come with the mindset that she's yours. She can't just tell you the pussy's yours. If the only thing she will tell you it's yours is the pussy, then that ain't enough.
Right. Exactly. That's right.
And I use that word for emphasis because the one place so many women don't seem to have a problem submitting is the bedroom. But it is the least important place to submit.
Indeed. That's exactly right. It's the least important. A lot of these strong, independent girls, they're like, I'm submissive in the bedroom, but in the relationship, I want to run it. Sorry. No can do. I'm not interested.
You got to get on the camera. I got to see who I'm talking to before you just come on, before I bring you on. All right, you were on the other day, I believe. Go ahead and unmute yourself. Hello? How old are you?
34.
34. Okay, are you married or are you single?
I was married.
What do you got for me?
I think that women should not give up, but I do think that they're getting a lot of bad advice from other women and from other men.
Well, yeah. Again, she's blaming men already from the get-go, from the beginning. She's blaming men, right? But yeah, girls are the best at sabotaging each other because they perpetuate the culture, right? Whatever's in fashion is what they perpetuate. If it's in fashion to be strong and independent, that's what they do. If it's in fashion to wear ugly clothes, that's what they do. If it's in fashion to wear clothes that basically make you look like you're wearing no clothes at all, that's what they do. Whatever is in fashion. Anyway, 2023, ladies and gentlemen. Let's end the video there. Hit the like, hit the sub, hit all notifications, drop me a donation like Hunter M, Adrian L, Tom and Bobby, Dylan, Renaissance Press, and Brian. Shout outs to you, most recent Patreon subscriber. Go to my Patreon at patreon.com/theheliosblog. You can buy my books at bit.ly/heliosbooks. If you want coaching, message me at theheliosblog@gmail.com. That's my email, and I'll slot you right in. Thank you so much for listening, guys. Especially if you listen to the end, I really do appreciate it. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time.